So we had a closed beta for Skull and Bones, and I played the full 6 hours, and in this video I'm going to be going through what I really thought about the closed beta for Skull and Bones. I want to talk to you guys about this game and exactly what I'm thinking about it, especially because we're around 2 months away from its release. So I'm going to be completely honest, the game isn't perfect, but I don't think there is a game out there, a single game out there that is perfect. But I can tell you right now, if you haven't tried the closed beta, if you get any opportunity to try the game, I highly recommend trying it. There are a lot of people that are against it, either because it's nothing actually like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, like people were expecting, and it's either that or people are saying that the game looks boring, it looks empty, it's taken so long to develop. And a couple of things is they might have taken some inspiration from Black Flag, but I don't think this is supposed to be any sort of a sequel to it or anything like that. In fact, I think absolutely nothing about this game relates to any form of Assassin's Creed, besides the obvious and the fact that it's pirates. And not only that, people will often say that it's been over 10 years in development, they should have done more. But what people fail to realise when it comes to that is there have been so many changes of director. I don't think there's been any more than a couple of years worth of time to actually work on this game, because the developers start work, they start putting the vision together for the game, then the director quits or gets fired, another one comes in, they have to change everything all over again. So it's not been a solid decade of development. The game overall, yes, but this current version of the game, exactly what they are releasing for us to play in February, that has not been worked on for a decade or probably even close. There will be parts of it, little parts like story things and stuff that might have stuck around the whole time, but the game's base development I don't think has been around for more than 2 or 3 years. I can't put an exact time frame on it, it's just an estimate, but I don't think it's been too long. So this, I would say, it's probably around your typical sort of development time for exactly the builds they are going for Skull and Bones. And I want you guys to remember, before people start jumping in the comments, this is opinion, this is not factual, I don't work for Ubisoft or anything like that. I'm a partner with them. I'm part of the Ubisoft creator program, but I do not actually work for the company, so I couldn't tell you for definite what happens in development. All that stuff's definitely under NDA anyway. But I think for what they have created, they've done a really good job. When I was getting closer to the end of my 6-hour time limit with the closed beta, I was getting more and more frustrated. There were so many more things I wanted to do that I didn't get a chance to experience with 6 hours of playtime. And there's probably a little bit of bias in there. I absolutely love water-based games. I love the idea of pirates and ships and naval combat and everything like that. But you have so many good features in this game. You've got events that happen in the open world. You've got material gathering. You've got ship building. You've got a crew that sit on the ship with you, and as you're sailing through the waters, you've just got your crew just blaring out songs and stuff. You've got different segments of the map, and some of them have incredibly rough waters. They even have a feature in the game called Rogue Waves, and these waves can batter your ship. But you've got different enemy types, you've got different factions in the game, you've got different missions you have to run. And one of the things I regret not trying earlier, actually giving myself the opportunity to try, is looking for the deep sea creatures, because they're going to have deep sea creatures and stuff in the game. I don't know how many, I don't know their exact types, but there was one that I believe we were allowed to go for during the closed beta, and because I was so focused on other stuff in the game, I never had the opportunity to go after it. But as well as it being a lot of fun, there are some things that I would like changing. Not too many, there are pretty much one big thing, and then one that's more of just an annoyance. And the annoyance is the text chat box. I really hope they can sort it out so that you can permanently disable it if you want to. Because when I first started my adventures in the closed beta, that thing was on the screen all the time and it was just frustrating for it to be there. So hopefully there's an option to completely turn it off from the get-go. And then the biggest one for me was, I really hope they change the cooldown on your healing. When you have repair kits or in combat, sometimes you're waiting 40 seconds to apply another one. And it would probably take a lot of balancing, but I think 40 seconds or 30 seconds is fair for PvP combat. But when you're in PvE experiences, you're in these different scenarios with these ships and stuff, especially because of how many ships can come after you at one time, I would like to see maybe a 15 to 20 second cooldown or something like that, maybe even shorter. I think how they currently have it, or how they had it during the closed beta, was a little bit on the annoying side because of how long it was. But it wasn't a massive problem. It was just something that if I could put feedback forward to get them to change, that would be top of my list. And as I said, in the game there's different factions and they will actually fight against each other, and I really enjoyed that about this game. Sometimes I would leave an outpost, I would set off, like just start sailing, and all of a sudden there's a fight going on in front of me, a ship gets sunk, and I can go and steal all the goodies. If you never played the closed beta, you really did miss out. My opinion, obviously, but it was a lot of fun, and I mean a lot of fun. And not only that, I know a lot of people have been put off this game because it's got PvP in it, but throughout the entire 6 hours, there was no PvP. I don't know if that's going to change, if there's going to be forced sections of it in the full release. But the way I got to experience the PvE in this game was really good because there wasn't PvP like thrown into the mix. However, when it comes to the world events, it was a little bit irritating because there was never any participants. I'd never got an opportunity to actually try one of the world events, which is normally the 3 merchant ships that are on their way to somewhere. You have to go and intercept them and take them all down. I never got an opportunity to try that because there was no one to sort of like help out with the event, and the ships look really tough. And another thing I like about this is if you get sunk, like if your ship gets battered by enemies, it's not just a one and done thing. If you pay a little bit of silver, it's going to respawn you close. You will lose a quarter of your health bar. Like, it will just go red and you can't heal to that point anymore. Like, it basically blocks off that portion of your health bar. And then you go back, you can grab all your cargo. And then if you die again, it goes to half. And then it goes to, like, 3/4. And then if you die the 4th time, you are forced to respawn back at an outpost. But I really like how they've done that because it gives you the opportunity to spawn close by. You're not forced straight away to go to an outpost and have to sail 5,000 meters to go get your stuff back. And there is another feature that's going to frustrate some players because if you die, all of your cargo sits there and like you make your way back. But on your way back, if you go to grab your cargo and you die, then you do lose that cargo forever. But I like how they've limited it so that it cannot steal your cannonballs, it doesn't take your repair kits. It's just all of the different materials and things that you gather whilst you're out on that specific adventure. And then you have probably my favourite thing, even though it requires quite a lot of exploration time, and that is the treasure maps. I really like the way they've done them. You get like a map put into your inventory if you sink a ship and you steal the map from them. Then you have a picture of like the location of it, and then when you go on an outpost, if that is the outpost that has the treasure, they will give you a notification letting you know the treasure's on that specific outpost. And then all you do is roam around the area, you dig it up, and you grab your goodies. So I've really enjoyed the closed beta. I know a lot of people were against it, some for the valid reasons in their own opinion, some for just stupid reasons. I can almost guarantee there would have been a lot of people saying, nah, this beta's shit, and they never actually played it. It happens with pretty much every game out there. You'll always have some people against the game when they've never had hands-on, they've barely even seen trailers and stuff. People will just jump on hate wagons and bandwagons and stuff just for the sake of being involved in something. And the servers are good in this. I never had any problems besides when my internet actually cut out, but that was obviously my internet, it wasn't the game. The servers were like buttery smooth the whole way through my 6 hours. So I'm just hoping when it comes to the full release in February, it's more of the same experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I highly recommend at least trying the game out for yourself. And that is what I really thought about the Skull and Bones closed beta. That is going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about the closed beta in the comments. I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.